Good evening and welcome to UCTV News. I'm Luke Hajdasz.
And I'm Regan Schiappa.
Dubbed Operation Varsity Blues, 50 people have been charged in the largest college cheating scam ever prosecuted by the U.S. Department of Justice. Actresses Lori Loughlin, Felicity Jones, and a former Yale coach were among dozens who paid bribes totaling up to $6 million to get their children into elite colleges. Federal prosecutors said the scheme had two major parts. Parents paid a college prep organization called the Key Worldwide to take tests on behalf of students or correct their answers. Secondly, the organization bribed college coaches to help admit students into prestigious universities as recruited athletes, even though many of them did not have athletic backgrounds.
A UConn student has been arrested on child porn charges. Police say 18-year-old Chung Wong has been charged with first-degree possession of child pornography after detectives found dozens of pictures and videos of young girls naked on his computer. Wong told investigators he kept the videos because he thought they were rare and that he did not know child porn was a crime. The Hartford Courant reports Wong was released from custody on a $100,000 bond.
A new trend is taking the online world by storm, and while it may not be what most young people consider fun, it sure is benefiting the world around them. The Trash Tag Challenge encourages people to pick up the litter in their community and help make the planet a cleaner place. The Trash Tag Challenge has already cleaned up some of the 9 billion tons of litter that end up in the ocean every year and interfere with the natural ecosystem and wildlife.
Gruesome details have emerged on Watt's family homicide, and investigators have warned that they are disturbing. In a newly released interview at an undisclosed location, Chris Watts admitted to murdering his pregnant wife and two young daughters on the morning of August 13th. Watts previously alleged that he strangled his wife, Shanann, after she smothered their daughters. The 33-year-old Colorado man said he has read the Bible cover to cover and reads scriptures to photos of his slain family from prison, where he will spend the rest of his life.
Now, the Dramatic Arts Department at the University of Connecticut has become under fire from students after Bob Smith, a professor here at the university, has been fired. Details from Khalil Rahman.
I'm here at the UConn Fine Arts Department, currently home to Introduction to Film, taught by Professor Bob Smith. This February, UConn's Dramatic Arts Department announced adjunct film professor Bob Smith would not be returning next semester due to a 3% budget cut. Smith, who has been teaching at UConn for the past 34 years, has taught many popular courses, including Introduction to Film, World Film, and Screenwriting. Michael Bradford, the head of the Dramatic Arts Department, declined to be interviewed by UCTV News, but cited budget cuts as the only reason Smith's contract would not be picked up. However, in an interview with Professor Smith, he said that budget cuts were only part of the reason. Smith said that he disagreed with the department on whether funds for his class could be used for future projects with UConn's digital media and design program, and that the department has never been passionate about offering film courses to students. Each year, over 200 students register for Smith's Introduction to Film class. This class has gotten overwhelmingly positive reviews from students because of Smith's innovative teaching style and passion for the material.
Every time I walk in his class, all my stress goes away. I'm focused on the material he teaches, and it's a lot of fun.
He cared so much about us, and he cared so much about what he was teaching.
The announcement made by the Dramatic Arts Department sparked outrage among students. One of Smith's current students, Julia Schickman, decided to take action upon hearing Bob Smith would not be returning. Schickman started an online petition on the website change.org, which has already received almost 1,000 signatures. Both current students and UConn alum have reached out to support this initiative and save Professor Smith's position.
I saw the reactions from all of my peers, and everyone was so upset, and he was so heartbroken by the situation because he loves his job and he's so passionate about the subject. He is truly a special professor.
In response to the student protest, Smith said the fact that so many kids are trying to take some control of their education, to have some say in a place that could not exist without them and their money, is really wonderful. If the Change.org campaign receives enough signatures, students hope to take this issue to the administration. Reporting for UCTV News, Khalil Rahman.
If you're a senior in high school right now, and you're thinking about becoming a part of the UConn Dramatic Arts Department, this is the place for you. because here at UConn, we take education and training and theater, and we take family, and we do this.
People love to immerse themselves in their work and then share it with everybody else. And there's so much support, so that's really what forms such a strong community.
There's a passion that everyone in this department has. Faculty members, staff members, students, both grads and undergrads, actors, design tech, no matter what field you find yourself in, you're driven.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career.
R. Kelly's publicist opened up about the explosive interview the singer had with Gayle King last week. Daryl Johnson told CNN Monday night that the interview needed to happen, and later asked, "How do you act when you know you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison?"
Boxing legend George Foreman's daughter has died from an apparent suicide. CNN affiliate KTRK reports that Frida Foreman was found unresponsive in her Houston home Saturday. Foreman became a professional boxer herself in 2000 and retired to raise her family with a 5-1 record and became a boxing promoter. She was 42 years old.
Empire actor Jussie Smollett made a court appearance Tuesday for a hearing in Chicago on whether cameras would be allowed in court for the criminal case alleging he staged a racist and homophobic attack on himself. Smollett was not required to appear in court, but a representative told NBC News that he chose to do so to show confidence in his innocence. Smollett was free on a $100,000 bond following his indictment last week on 16 felony counts by grand jury in Chicago. Spring is just around the corner, and next year's Huskies have received their acceptance letters. Let's take a look at the admissions process with reporter Will Shue.
It's the annual admission season again. For students who apply to University of Connecticut, this is when they usually receive decisions from an admission office. Here at Storrs campus, the school officials talk about their expectation for the fall 2019 enrollment.
So we're looking to enroll a class similar to last year as far as the number of students, around that 3,700 number. We want to still bring in the strong quality that the university has been enrolling for the past few years, and diversity is something that's very, very important to us.
There are about 14 schools and colleges at UConn, which offers more than 100 undergraduate majors for students to choose. According to the admission director Vern Granger, ACES is still the most popular program among applicants in this year.
College of Liberal Studies, Liberal Arts Studies is typically our largest college at the university. ACES is another college that program that has a large enrollment. As you can imagine, business and engineering are two other very popular colleges at the university. So those would probably be the big four as far as enrollment in our freshman class.
Application is only the first step. Director Granger also says that he expects a steady acceptance rate. Students admitted who actually choose to attend.
In looking at the applications that we've received so far for the fall of 19, we would expect it to remain about the same, hovering in that 47-48% of the students, total students who are applying to the Storrs campus who are ultimately admitted.
International students constitute a large part of the UConn community. The school also provides them with various ways to explore college life and get involved with different activities. UConn spokeswoman Stephanie Reyes says she's expecting more international applicants, especially from China.
Our international enrollment has been driven primarily by growth from China in recent years. We've had a great response in China. I think a lot of word of mouth. We've had students who've had a great experience here who've then gone home and talked about their time at UConn. So it's, I think, both been great for those students and also really enriches our campuses.
The cost of tuition is always an inevitable issue. Earlier in this month, UConn is proposed to increase the general university fee. However, this will not affect the policy on scholarship. The university will still provide a series of merit scholarships for high school seniors with excellent academic performance.
There are scholarship opportunities, though, for a range of students. For instance, if you're an international student, you may not qualify for certain aid here from the federal government, for instance, but you may qualify for private scholarships, and our UConn Foundation does a lot to try to make UConn affordable for all of our students.
For a long time, UConn is known for its status in sports events, especially basketball. A recent report on Harvard Courant states that the total amount of applications would rise when the basketball teams perform well.
It may be a cumulative effect over time. There may be people who recognize that we've had a legacy of athletic success and that draws them here. I don't know if it makes a giant difference from one year to the next, just again because of that lag in different times. But again, it really can't hurt. We are thrilled when people are drawn to UConn because of the athletics, because then it gives us the chance to introduce them to everything else here.
Southington has raised the tobacco sale age to 21. This is the latest Connecticut town to raise the age to buy tobacco and joins Hartford, Bridgeport, and South Windsor. The Southington Town Council passed the ordinance Monday night, and WTNH reports that there is a bill being considered by state lawmakers to raise the tobacco sale age from 18 to 21 throughout the whole state.
Senator Richard Blumenthal wants all Boeing 737 MAX 8s to be immediately grounded until the FAA can ensure the planes are safe. After an Ethiopian flight crashed last week, killing 157 people on board, including some Americans, Blumenthal says it's time to review the safety of these planes. According to BBC News, China, France, Germany, and the United Kingdom have already grounded these jets.
UConn needs your help in choosing the design of the next Husky One card. Students, faculty, and staff can now use their NetID to cast their vote on which design will be chosen. UConn Today reports that people can view large poster boards of each design choice, and results will be updated live on the One Card website. Voting ends this Friday. The UConn women's basketball team started their post-regular season with a big win against UCF at the American Athletic Conference Championship. Yesterday, Justin Valverde and Eric Galicchio of UCTV Sports covered the game.
For the sixth consecutive time, the UConn women's basketball team are American Athletic Conference champions as they beat the University of Central Florida 66-45. With contributions from everyone, Nafisa Collier led the way, scoring 25 points and grabbing 13 rebounds as she was named the most outstanding player of the American Athletic Conference championship. Freshman Kristen Williams got the Huskies going tonight as she started off the game with the first few points. Olivia Nelson-Ododa played a huge contributor in the first quarter, grabbing key rebounds in tough situations, and Crystal Dangerfield's impressive shooting behind the three-point line gave the Huskies a 17-9 lead after the first quarter. UCF played tough tonight, but Nafisa Collier was almost impossible to stop as she really got going in the second quarter, and UConn's swarming full-court trap defense allowed the Huskies to force turnovers and convert on opportunities, giving UConn a 39-15 lead at halftime. In the third, the Huskies had a tough time getting things going, but the combination of Kristen Williams and Crystal Dangerfield appeared to be too tough for UCF to control. Megan Walker stepped up big as she hit a much-needed three-pointer to get things going in the fourth quarter, and Nafisa Collier continued to dominate the way she has throughout the whole tournament. UConn now holds a stunning 120-0 record versus American Athletic Conference teams. Here's what Gino Ariema and Katie Lou Samuelson had to say about their team's performance as well as Katie's absence throughout the American Athletic Tournament.
If we can count on those young kids, and now when Lou comes back, we have a much more complete team. We have more options, and we have more confidence in ourselves and each other. Sometimes that does take some pressure off of Lou and Fisa if they know that, hey, other people can step up and make shots, you know?
Did it hurt at all for you to have to sit on the bench and see your teammates kind of play without you, obviously, throughout the weekend?
I mean, definitely bummed not being out there and playing, but I feel like I was the biggest cheerleader I could be in, watching my team succeed and do what they did. It's just as fun being on the court as it is being on the bench sometimes, and I'm just happy that we had so much growth this weekend and came out with a win.
While playing without Katie Lou Samuelson throughout the American Athletic Conference tournament, they look forward to getting her back this week as the Huskies gear up and prepare for the NCAA tournament, which starts next week. From Mohegan Sun, this is Eric Alicchio, UCTV Sports.
Hi, my name is Bridget. This is a day in my life as a digital media and design student at UConn. This morning, I'm in my apartment finishing up a little homework for my storyboarding class. Now I'm headed down to the Bishop Center, where most DMD classes are. My first class of the day is simulations, where we're learning how to create 3D fabric. Next, I have Motion Graphics 2, where we're simulating particle effects in the program Cinema 4D. We have a lot of fun collaborating on projects in this class. My last class of the day is called Agency X, where upperclassmen DMD majors work on promoting our department. Now that my classes are over, I'm going down to Storrs Center to hang out with a friend. Did I mention I get to walk the UConn mascot, Jonathan the Husky, through my service fraternity, Alpha Phi Omega? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Thanks for joining me today. See you around on campus. At DMD, we are the designers, makers, and strategists of the future.
Police say a turkey smashed in the windshield of a car on Cape Cod Monday morning. The town of Sandwich police say the driver hit the turkey while driving east on Route 6A at about 8:30 a.m. Police say the turkey actually traveled all the way through the car into the back trunk area of the SUV. The driver suffered minor injuries and the turkey died.
Patch.com reports a pickup truck got stuck in between two UConn buses last week. Police say the bus was pulled over on Route 195 at a stop, while an unidentified driver attempted to pass the truck, but did so at the same time another UConn bus was driving the opposite direction. As a result, the truck's side mirror hit the mirror of the parked bus, and the vehicle was sandwiched. No one was injured.
Mainsfield Animal Shelter has reported a spike in animal intakes during graduation season. Animal Control Officer Norana Nielsen told the Daily Campus that peak times begin when the weather gets warmer and animals are more vulnerable to ending up at a shelter. Nielsen said they run away, get lost, start a fight, or bite somebody, and that is when we get called. While it's relatively quiet now, Nielsen said that things will probably begin to pick up April and May. Now that's all we have for you tonight at UCTV News. Be sure to check out our social media at UCTV Channel 14 and as well as our YouTube channel.
From all of us here at UCTV News, we hope you have a fun and safe spring break, and we'll see you right here when we all get back. Good night.